Support for Radio Friends comes from La Brunerie Financial, where they work to ensure a lifetime of financial security for people from all walks of life, from investment services to retirement plans. If you're looking for a trustworthy company that has the experience and knowledge to put your interests first, contact La Brunerie Financial, a community-based investment counseling firm since 1966. Learn more at labrunerie.com or by calling 573-449-5313. Good morning and welcome to Radio Friends on Monday, June the 17th. We're going to talk about an organization that is forming in Columbia. It is called Caring Hearts and Hands of Columbia. And I want to introduce you to a lady that I've known now for about 20, 25 years or so. I call you a friend, Dorreen Rardin and JACKIE REED. It's a pleasure to have you here.
Thanks, Paul.
And Dorreen, you retired, 2 years ago from Boone Hospital?
Yes.
For many, many, many years, you were working with people who were dying, and you helped ease that transition from this world into the next with the folks who were ill and with their family members. And now both of you are attempting to start something new in Columbia. Tell me about it.
One of the things I found out with working with patients and families is there's a group of people that we were missing. You know, patients who are homeless don't have families to care for them, or the 85-year-old husband can't care for his 85-year-old wife, or families are spread all over the country and they can't come back and take care of them. So people are dying more in hospitals or in a nursing home, but there you got to get, you get charged in a nursing home, and families don't have the money to pay, unfortunately.
Right.
So then you have the one group of family members too. The younger patients sometimes don't want to die at home because they have young kids and they don't want that to be the remembrance.
See, this is where I disagree, though, because dying is a part of life.
Correct.
And we don't talk about it enough, I believe. I think we're changing. I think the whole situation is changing now. But to go through that dying process, while it's sad, it's also a beautiful experience.
Yes.
And that's not taking any respect away from the dying person.
Correct.
Because we're all going to have to face that
That's
at one point.
Absolutely.
So you're doing what?
We want to build a home where these patients will come and be our guests in our home. They will bring hospice care with them, so hospice will provide all the medical care, and we are going to provide the home-like structure and the 24-hour caregiving. We're going to do this free of charge, and patients can stay there for up to a month. So that gives family more time to deal with things they need to deal with. And, because it's free, it doesn't burden a family's financial status.
Right. So the patient, instead of dying in a hospital or in a nursing home, they can come to this home that you are attempting to come up with or build or buy, and the hospice care that they have comes with them, but you provide the caregivers that are there 24 hours a day.
Yes.
If can the family stay with them if
Certainly.
they want?
We
Yes.
actually encourage them to stay and be part of that.
There is not one of these homes in Columbia at this point, right?
Correct.
Are there any in the state of Missouri?
There's one being built. There's one that's going to be built in Joplin in probably a couple years' time.
What about across the country? How many are there?
Well, there is the Mega Home Network, and that's what we're a part of, is this organization. And they currently have about 40 homes up and running, with about another 30 or so in development.
So what you're saying is across the entire country, there's only 40 homes like this?
Well, that's in the Omega Network. New York has been doing this since the early 1980s with the AIDS epidemic, and they actually have about 70 two-bedroom homes just in New York State. So they're out there. They may not be part of the network we're talking about. That's a very specific network, and it's built on the same philosophy, same policies, same.
It seems to me that this is something that really is needed, not just in our community, but for all people, no matter where you are. So If people want more information about this, or if they want to help out, what can they do?
They can contact Dorreen and I, and we'll leave you a website and our emails. We will need volunteers eventually to help in the home, and obviously donations to help support the home.
Let's talk about the volunteers. What will the volunteers do?
They'll help prepare meals for the patients and families at different times during the day. They will help with housekeeping and house cleaning for the home.
Will the volunteers need to spend the night there at points to help out?
If they're a night volunteer, yes.
Yeah, okay. So what you're looking for basically are people to staff the homes 24 hours a day. They would have different shifts, and they would cook and clean and visit with the patients and lend a helping hand.
Correct.
And
Yes.
a loving hand.
Correct.
Yeah.
We are planning on trying to staff the home with a licensed LPN or 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, but we'd also like to have nursing aides to assist that nurse as well in
So you're looking
different duties.
for volunteers of RNs and LPNs also?
They don't have to
They
be,
don't have to
but
be.
we would love them
because
to be.
we will be paying for the LPN, so
Okay.
just staff to assist that person.
When are you hoping that this will all come into being?
We're hoping by next summer we'll have something up and running.
You were telling me that at this point you can only, when you do open, you can only have 2 patients at a time,
Correct.
right?
Missouri law says only 2 non-family members can be in a home at a time. And we're working on changing the law, but we know how legislation goes. It
Right.
can
No
take
matter
years.
how large the house is,
Correct.
even if you have an 8-bedroom house,
Correct.
at this point you can only have
Correct.
2.
Correct.
Now, in other states, the law has been different, and that's why the Omega Home, the Tulsa Clear House, can take 10 patients.
Right. So you need to work with the state legislator to try to send
We're
this.
working with them.
Yeah. Okay. So if you have an 8-bedroom house, you should be able to have 8 people in there.
That'd be really nice.
Okay. What is what's a website that folks can go to for more information?
We're in the process of trying to find a website that we can actually purchase for our Caring Hearts and Hands. So it's not established yet, but
Okay.
hopefully soon.
So how can they get in touch with you, or for more information do what?
We can hopefully
have
leave our numbers and our
addresses.
email addresses.
Okay. What the email addresses are? What?
JTV.
Okay. I
RN.
tell you what. We'll put it up on the screen. But
Okay.
for people
Sure.
listening on the radio, give it to me slowly.
JTV.
T V.
V as in Victor.
Okay.
RN
Okay.
at yahoo.com.
At yahoo.com. Let me repeat that. So you're listening on the radio. It's JTVRN at yahoo.com. That's the email address. You can email them and they will answer you. Okay? You want to grab a pen real quick? JTVRN at yahoo.com.
Yes.
Ladies, thank you so much for coming by, and best of luck with everything you're trying to do.
Great. Thank you so much, Bob.
Okay,
Thanks for
come
having us
back
on.
again.
We
Yep.
will.
All
I'll
right.
keep you updated.